battle control initialized.
Ooh, what's up, guys? It's Blacken back with some more combined arms content, and as we can already see, we've had a little deviation here from the plan. We have Vendover, which of course is still Sir, but he has now been corrupted by this guy right here, which is of course Moods. So Sir is going to be playing as Harbinger. He's going to be purple as always. Moods in his traditional purple color is going to be playing as Collector. So we're going to have some scrin versus scrin action. It's going to be some buggy things going on. We are on Enhanced Stinking Ladders by Nazgul. Very old map. Quite a large starting field with 3 mines, and then this one is a single mine that you can definitely crawl to. You're a little bit outside your range. Not really necessary to move that MCV, especially if you just place like a ref right here. A lot of oil derricks on this map as well. As you can see, these players already going for him, and Sir already getting that engineer in. So with this hospital in the middle too, especially with screens, it's probably going to be pretty nice. You're definitely going to want to grab this. I feel like it's probably going to make a difference in this game. And yeah, a single mine here with a lot of tip, double mine here in the corner, but you really don't see that too often. This game tends to go really quick on this map. As you can see that Moods is pushing here, but I think Sir just barely has a better position. That extra concave is going to make all the difference there, and Moods does indeed retreat for now. So I'm very excited to see what Moods is going to teach Sir and what Sir is going to retain from that, because Moods can teach a lot of things and not all of them do you want to retain. Looks like second engineer in there for Sir is going to get there. First engineer for Moods is up here in audience. The second one will get here and here just fine. Looks like both these guys split in there too. The thing about combined arms is you do start with, I think it's 6,000, so you have a little bit extra cash in reserve, and that allows for a lot of additional warriors out here in the beginning. Sir is going to be bold, maybe try to take this hospital. Yes, he is. I think I like that. A hospital, that rejuvenator is going to be crucial, and just, you know, getting the general hero area buff from this is going to be good. Moods going to come down here and he's going to try to burn this down. I'm not sure if it's going to work. I think Sir's just going to be able to save it. Moods can like rotate this way, he'd be great, but of course he can't really see that. Now he's going to try to stand and fight, but yeah, Sir has way too much there, and he's going to capture this hospital. So this is a complete rout in the early game. Moods is pumping out a tons of warriors though. He's going to try to come up and dance on the top side, but again, Sir is just also pumping out tons of warriors. Looks like, yes, Moods did go with the triple ref, and Sir looks like he just went with double ref, and now he's moving out that drone colony platform. He's going to try to come in here, but again, I think Sir just has quite enough. Oh, maybe if Moods instantly turned, he could do this, but it does not look like so. It looks like that medic unfortunately went down right away. Not great there. Actually, yeah, Sir is losing quite a bit. Now Sir is also getting pushed on this side, but he does have this middle expansion, and I mean, this is such a critical spot. It basically controls all of the map. But Sir is going to eventually clean this all up. One more warrior, and it is now gone. 3 over here still, but now Sir has more. So I think this early move out with the MCV just allowed him to keep going for a little bit longer. He's up to 3 harvesters now, and he's starting to build interlopers. Moods is up to 3 harvesters, double rack, so this is like the double rack screen build. It's not bad. I mean, probably working against screen is probably the least effective it is. Probably want something that's a little bit more prone to like early tier 2, like a lot of overwhelming tier 1, probably like something like GDI, unless they get up to like Warhogs really quickly. We're gonna have double interloper here, and I mean, Moods has 0 disintegrators, so this is gonna be really effective at any point. He doesn't even have a war factory out, it's just now getting placed, and he's gonna be a little bit slow on this expansion. I mean, Sir can definitely take this away. He's a little bit out of that build radius. Probably like to see him move just a little bit. Drops another ref on this patch as well, so he's not gonna be at 4 harvesters. Now these interlopers are revealed. Moods can do nothing about this. Probably needs to switch to disintegrators right about now. Yeah, this oil derrick is going to go down, and Sir is going to take a nice sizable lead here. Retained both of his oil derricks. Got another rejuvenator out, and just sitting in this hospital field, you can see that it is just quickly healing up those guys. Rejuvenator also healing up a little bit there. Disintegrator's finally coming out from Moods and his own interloper, but honestly, I think I'd rather see him go with gunwalkers and do the traditional route here. Yes, there is a lot of interlopers here. That just means you need to start building more disintegrators. Get the gunwalker, just deal with these rifles, because you're gonna lose an armor advantage here. He's had this war factory for a lot longer than you, and yes, you do have more like rifles, but it's really not that much, you know. 7.4 over 4.7. It's like a little bit more than half, but I mean, these armor will make all the difference there. I'm sure as soon as there's a first engagement here, just this one extra armor piece. Although Sir is actually quite light on disintegrators as well, so maybe this could go a little bit like weird for him. Just gonna be hand on the angle. More armor pieces coming in, yeah. I don't think Moods wants to push here. I think this is gonna go pretty bad. One disintegrator already in the front going down. You see that Sir's not really taking too many losses right here. He's got way too many interlopers. Needs to get the other ones in the back of the line. But there's just not enough disintegrators for Moods, and his armor is going down. Sounds retreat there. Sir is gonna be happy with that engagement. 15 over 9k loss, but does not want to get into these plasma cannons. They will definitely eat up on the Skirn army. But, you know, claiming this harvester here could be pretty good. He's gonna have to die for it if he really wants it. Instead, it looks like he's kind of splitting the difference there. Not really diving for the harvester, just kind of wasting his resources a little bit. But he can just sit back in this hospital and refill all of these units' health. That will be great. Moose is gonna push out again, but again, no disintegrators, so this heavy tank only build is not working. Now he's going to expand to the left, but guess what? Sir is already here with a second ORA factory, and now he's expanding to the top right as well. So Sir is just outplaying Moods on every front here, basically. Gonna lose this oil derrick. I see that he has indeed spent an injury on this one as well, so Moods is going to be denied critical eco on a map where he is definitely going to be starving for it. He's up to 5 harvesters, great. This is his only fresh patch, and it is so easily blockable. If Sir just moves down just a little bit, ooh, and tier 2 coming out, drop a ref, start plasma cannoning this up, and Moods is going to be pretty much out of this game if he's not already out. I'm not sure what his idea of lack of disintegrators was here, but yeah, there's quite a lot here. Secret takes coming out as well. I'm sure those are going to be on a flank, and another engineer for this old Derek as well, because why not? I also like that Sir does have these 2 flank, actually a few of them on the backside, just, you know, make sure there's no seekers or anything like that coming, although I don't think he has seekers. Maybe he does. I think it's Traveler that gets the lacerator tanks. Oh, we do have a little drop from Moods as I say that, but again, plasma cannon, he's gonna run right into it. Tier 2 is out, so we're gonna start to see Devourers. I'm not sure that's the best decision here, but Moods is gonna try to push out, see that Sir is there with a lot of stuff. This little flank is gonna see there's more stuff over here. Now a bad W select gets that caught. Ugh. I know they're just taking so much damage. 1 Devour gonna come over, probably be enough to finish this off. Yeah, it gets 1 shot off. Oh, it does get the disintegrators off, which is nice, but there's only 4 of them in there. Pretty sure Sir could just send over a few wars or just drop plasma cannon right here. It's gonna lose it all direct, but I don't think that's important anymore. Sir's gonna push in, and of course, with his 2 disintegrators were up in the Narc doing nothing. And now he has no armor. Sir has plenty of armor. And this is going to be it for Moods. Getting taken to town by Sir in this first game right here. In a little over 8 minutes. That's basically about as short as the game can really go. And there it is. Moods going down. That is going to be it for game 1. And we're going to be back for game 2 in just a second.
Battle control terminate. Battle control initialized.
We are back here for a second game, but this time it is going to be Hod taking on Sir. It's Hod and his pink salmon-ish color, his alternate color. He's going to be playing as Psychor, and Sir has John Eagle. Looks like he ran an any into Eagle, and of course Hod, it was a Soviet any into Psychor. We are on Necropolis from Gormented, so it's nice to see him mentioned again. Just always love mentioning that dude. This is going to be one of those maps where everything's war-torn and everything is at like half health, so a little bit more interesting in Combined Arms since these do come back, but it does make it that much easier to burn down. A lot of oil darks on this map. You have these 2 really contestable in the middle. You probably definitely want to run right there. Looks like Hod is sending stuff for a hospital first, which is quite interesting. He's going to forfeit this if Sir is very aggressive. We'll have to see. There is another oil dark back here. The ore itself on this map with a Tib, since we're in Combined Arms. A lot of, I feel like, pretty decent amount of starting Tib. You know, these are a little bit spread out. So then the really interesting thing is that you can basically have one MCV right here and cover this expansion, this expansion, this expansion, and this double mine expansion. But if you don't do that, then like you just have a very slow start. There's not a lot of tib on either of these. This one too. All your tib is kind of located in the corner, so it's kind of a questionable thing of where you want to go. Looks like Sir is going to draw a first blood, but is quickly enveloped there. Hod getting away with this. Surprised that he went for the engineer first. I mean, great. I like it. But that is a lot of early forfeit. And again, had Sir been more aggressive, saw that there was not anything here, he definitely could have beat Hod to there. Maybe even still deny that older if he really wants to, because Hod is a lot light on rifles. 1500 to 1200. I mean, he does have that medic, which I think now just got exposed. Oh, but he is building some flamethrowers, which that's a little bit interesting. Flamethrowers for Soviets are pretty powerhousey. They are great at killing buildings. They're great at killing infantry. Basically like a mini flame tower on wheels. They are only just prone to, you know, quickly dying since they have less health, I'm pretty sure. But he is rolling out 3 flamethrowers and a bunch of rifles and a medic. Not sure what his game plan is here. Maybe try to get in and snipe a power plant in the back or something like that and just have some sustained power there. That could be pretty interesting. Not something you typically see with Soviets, and we do see a dog now too, so he is going to be able to scout out infantry, kind of avoid them if he chooses. This could be a very interesting play. Kind of interested to see where this develops. Typically I feel like with Soviets you see grenadiers, but you know, this is like a more like timing attack, I guess. The medic is going to heal those guys up nice and 2, so this dog is going to be nice and beneficial. Ooh, but Sir is moving out in this direction with the MCV. MCV not probably going to be caring too much about flamethrowers. Like he does pop it right there, and Hod is not going to be able to see that. Looks like maybe he's just setting up to kill this oil derrick for now. Rallying a lot of stuff here. Yeah, you can see how quickly those flamethrowers just burn down that oil derrick, but just missing that MCV is unfortunate. That would be a really nice information grab. Single rifle back here, but again, he should be able to deal with this just fine. Flamethrowers not getting charged there. There is 2 guard towers here, so this power plant is a little bit vulnerable. The ref, the barracks, and the war factory are pretty well safe there. And it looks like Hod is content just to kill that oil derrick and retreat. I like that he's leaving a rifle here just as an annoyance. Finds another rifle right there, and of course that medic was in range. Make sure he says that, and another rifle down here, so he's doing really good about cleaning up these rifles, and I like that he's just leaving a few behind, you know, just kind of walling off. And as you can see, Sir tries to come over here, but Hod is already there, gonna stop his opposition. Oh, now Sir's trying to force fire, but unfortunately in Combined Arms they have the same range, only works in RA. Kind of been neglecting the build orders here, but we have a BTR and we have Grenadiers, so that means it's a Grenadier drop time, of course. Not sure where he's gonna go, there's just not a whole lot of stuff. A few more of Hod's scouts getting denied. Scout vehicle out for Sir too, so I'm sure it's going to clean up a bunch of these, probably this one eventually as well. Sir went with a very quick expansion off of 2 refs, so that's been something that we've seen change. Usually he was waiting and dropping that 3rd ref. No longer. Now he's crawling out here, which I guess I get, you know, like I said, there's not a whole lot of tib on this map, but I feel like just spending that extra time over here and going and getting here first is probably more beneficial, especially in Combined Arms where you're going to be on this 1 MCV, but this also does give you a little bit more map control. BTR is going to get this one barely, but this rifle will see it. Not sure if Sir will be able to respond right now. He is slowly moving out, and Hod's just kind of slowly chilling in his base. He's also expanded, but he's actually expanded twice now, which is quite surprising. Humvee coming in and seeing that there is indeed an expansion here. Gonna go back and clean out that rifle scout, because why not? And then it is gonna correctly scout in the north. Also gonna see that Hod is kind of like screening him with a big size army. Could be a good time for him to move out, but Sir also only has 2 battle tanks. I'm not sure what the other one is, and I'm not sure what all these rockets are doing. It's like Humvee does go down. Bunch of dogs here. Maybe he's trying to upgrade to terror dogs eventually. The BTR is going to go in. Oh, he's dropping the engineer, but I think Sir should be able to do this. There's 2 more battle tanks over here. Oh, and he does go into the range of that guard tower. 3 grenadiers down, and those battle tanks should be able to clean that last one up. Other than that, yeah, Sir is having a distinct lack of armor up front. Both these tanks back here could really be used in the front. I think if Hod pushes right now, it could be a great time. There is a few rockets there, 11 of them it looks like, but you know, there is 4 heavy tanks, and Sir has his own, or Hod has his own rockets as well. Does not want to lose that BTR. The BTR could actually be really great for just a flank push. Now Sir is solidified a little bit. Hod's concave is not the greatest. Sir's concave is a little bit better, but his tanks are a little bit wide. This is going to be pretty close. I kind of like Sir's engagement a little bit better, but Hod has tanks in great position. But 1 more tank going down for Hod and 2 more tanks up for Sir. That is going to be a sweep there. Looks like Sir is having a little bit of a side engagement over here. Had Hod had this on the right side, I think he would have been okay and probably won that engagement. You're going to see that it is 9k over 8k, so not a significant loss there. 3k difference that could quickly absorb. He's going to try to burn down this refinery, but it's not going to be quick enough. Sir is going to be able to push that through. What is the play on the back of this? Well, Hod has gone up to tier 2, so I'm assuming we're going to start seeing some shockies. I think Terradog is no longer a tier 2 upgrade. I cannot quite remember. But he has gone infantry reduction. Nothing yet for Sir. He is now at tier 2. It looks like he's researching something. I'm assuming that that is... Oh, he's going to be going to Hold the Line. Okay. Maybe Hold the Line has been buffed. I feel like Search, Seek, and Destroy was the one. More range, faster firepower. Dog getting a good snack. Good boy there. Some brutes are coming out for Hod. If they can get on top of these tanks, they'll be pretty good. But as long as he keeps kiting, he'll be alright. 2 brutes already going down. And now Sir is going to be in a precarious position here. Hod has a lot of tanks up top, but a lot of his armor is out of position. Sir, interesting enough, calls the retreat. Tank getting zapped by the testicle as well. Troop carrier coming out as well for that aura buff. Sir is going to get pushed back here. This brute probably won't be able to catch this tank. I say that as it almost does, and then could have got the rifle and the rocket. Not too often that you see Soviets having medics, but I feel like they've actually been paying pretty dividends, especially if he's going infantry doctor. You know, that just keeps your troops so much healthy. Sir's obviously GDI, so he's been utilizing those medics all game. He's keeping those troops up, which is probably why he's pretty ranked up over there. Thought I heard another... Oh, he just loaded up troop transport again. Troop crawler. Could go down here. This war factory is a little bit exposed. Sir's also rotating an army through there as well. He's finally crawled to the corner expansion, but Hod is already there, harvesting for a little bit longer. Ooh, but there is 4 battle tanks on this flank over here, and that is going to be brutal. Once he's getting on top of the harvesters, not much Hod can do. Maybe like mass pump out brutes would be great, but I'm not sure brutes are actually faster. These tanks a little bit too far forward. I feel like if he'd waited for his army, that'd be really great. Man, this harvester is already at health. That is quite the hit squad over there. Gatling BTR research and Shockies finally started to come out. I feel like Sir is overstayed his welcome over here. Hod. Oh, Hod's actually in a really weird position. Flank down here is going to get a harvester and the ref, which is nice, but man, these 2 harvesters are going to go down in just a second. Suddenly this game went from 0 attacks to 3 different flanks all at once. Looks like Hod is going to clean that up. Did kill the refinery here. Probably going to go for the war factory, but there is a hover more or less, and that should spell the end of that. Both these harvesters did go down as well. Hod is rotating over to save him, but if he just keeps moving these tanks, I think he'll be okay. Another tank trying to tank flank in there, unfortunately not finding it. Looks like he's going to go hard for this harvester, and I think he should. You know, he's going to be up 4 to 7 harvesters. That's quite a significant munch, but he barely gets it with his last one. Now he is established here. Unfortunately, killing this ref just sent more over here. There's so many explosions. I think it's just the tank shell. So yeah, Sir having all of his harvesters over here is probably better. That another tank just floating, man. So many of them. Where do we stand now? Well, Hod has the superior army, but his economy is going to be a little bit worse sometime soon. He does have the 2 harvesters over here, which is nice. Could actually transfer 1. Looks like he's transferred back there, and that one back there as well. Oh, but these Helvetal and Russes are going to be tough for Hod to deal with. He doesn't have any air currently. He probably needs to get rid of them through air. I'm sure air is being built at some point soon. Tier 3 coming out for Sir in just a second here as well. There is a spy plane out, so there has to be air, and maybe it's connected to the radar. Lasher tanks have been upgraded, so not as good as a rando tank, obviously, but better than a heavy tank. A little bit less health, I think, than a heavy tank, but more damage, and they can also crush infantry with that spiky thing on the front, so it's going to be an interesting transition there. Bombardiers coming out, man. When I played Bombardiers were not good. Maybe they've been buffed. Looks like the Vulcan drop was here on the back line. Not going to find anything just yet. There's a Harvester to the north. Looks like he's just going to try to go for the ref instead. Just as a Harvester comes over too, so maybe this could be really well. Hot will have to be paying attention, and there is that commando coming out. That will make a huge difference against this infantry doctrine, but it does have to be careful with its commando. You know, it is prone to sniped. Hod with a little bit of an overreaction here, sending everything back just to save a Harvester. And he calls in a genetic mutation bomb, so he's going to lose his ref, but he's going to get 5 free brutes out of this, which will be pretty good. And goodbye. Hello. Nice. You even get the bounties for that as well. But that has allowed Sir to come over here, and it looks like Bombardiers are decent against defenses and buildings. Yak is out. Oh, and the commando, I think, has been spotted indeed, and the commando is going to go down. That is great for Hod. But his base is under a lot of pressure, and he's going to have to move that MC away. The drone perfectly scouting too that Hod's army is still lacking behind, so this is all going to go down. I think he can kill that airfield and this power plant and get out of Dodge without any trouble. Troop transport trying in here in the back, nothing, but there is a Lasher tank. Just gonna sit here and poke on the Harv. A little bit of a split too, but there is more stuff right there. Airfield goes down, and now Sir can probably retreat out of there. Yeah, you can see the Harvesters do go down pretty quickly. Sir just a little bit mismanaging there, sending the stuff up here, which actually coincidentally worked out well. Lasher tanks still pushing in. Bombardier trying, not finding anything successful. Nice juicy barrel for there to be shot at. No, but you know, this Helvetal and Russ a little out of position. Here the Union getting called in as well. And now Sir is going to be on the back foot for a push, but I think he'll be okay. Lasher tanks going down in the back as well. Not sure what this little detachment is doing, but they are killing the tanks, that's for sure. For sure, it looks like those brutes were a little bit bugged there, did not do their full damage. Ref did go down here. Now Hod has to retreat. He's out of armor. He has lots of infantry, sure, but there is Helvetal molestes. It looks like he's going to be bold here, take down this Word Factory. Not a bad grab, but that might sacrifice his army. It's going to be pretty tough here. It looks like point defense has been researched as well, so that is going to be making these tanks super tanky. Yeah, as soon as the rest of Sir's army gets in here, this army is going to melt. A lot of battle tanks going down, which is great for Hod. The armor advantage is not as steep as it once used to be. 22 over 17k. Not sure if that attack was really worth it for Hod. That was quite a lot of loss. He has expanded down here in the corner now, but has not retained this expansion, which is really where he wants to be. Another little attack here. This is going to get the other war factory, and with that, Sir is going to be down to a Warthog airfield and a barracks. That's not going to be great for him, but I don't know if Hod can actually hold on to this, especially with these Helvetal and Russes nicely nestled here. There's 5 of them still, and a commando's out. Yeah, this could be very dicey, but there is a Yak. Yes, Yak on the commando, gets commando once again. A great commando snipe, but is it enough? Can he hold on to this? I'm not sure. An elite Helvetal and Russ, you don't see that all too often, and they're just ripping that infantry apart. I don't think Hod could hold on. I think this is getting close to the end here, especially if these Helvetal and Russes just kind of focus right here. There's actually no more anti-infantry. Oh, those Helvetal and Russes, no, he moved them too close. Oh, but Hammerhead missiles getting activated. Jockey's somehow still alive. Yeah, kills the elite. Oh, nonetheless, that's unfortunate right there. Harvester in peril as well. Looks like the last rocket will go down there. Somehow, Sir is still pushing here with 4 rockets. Looks like they're finally getting cleaned up. Nice little flank over here as well. There is a test coil, so he does want to time that carefully. Well, the first sap goes on to a tank. Unfortunately, his infantry is focusing on the Harvester and needs to burn down the test coil real quickly. Looks like that is indeed what he's doing. Oh, another Harvester kind of sidetracking all these. He's going to get the kill on the Harvester, which is nice. It does kill the test coil. So now this Harvester is under peril. I think it's going to go down. Nope. He does pull it away. Nice. Man, Hod is in dire straits. Sir lost a lot of infrastructure. He has his war factories gone. He's now currently building a second one again. So once that starts pumping out tanks again, I think we'll be okay. Genetic mutation bomb getting missed. You know, I have not seen any of the Berserk power-up. Maybe he does not have that anymore. No, he does have chaos bombs. Maybe that came from the airfield. We just haven't seen those yet. Feels like we're playing a GDI campaign now because Warthogs are bombing buildings. Not what you typically see in Combined Arms. They are much better at dealing with the infantry itself. This little flank over here actually is going to be pretty dangerous. There's a barracks, a tier 2, and a couple power plants to deal with. Hod has all of his assets down here in the bottom, where he kind of needs to be anyways. But Sir is finally starting to get those tanks up again, which will make all the difference here. Not seen any tier 4 from Sir, which would have been nice. Building another commando, which has not impacted him super well just yet. Here's the Union getting called in here again, but hello. There are 3 Warthogs here, and this is going to be a devastating run. Nice little scatter there, actually, making a little bit of a difference. Still a lot of infantry going down. And one of these freshly built war factories looks like it is going to go down. Oh no, force field getting called down there. Excellent use of the force field. And with that, I think Sir is going to be able to clean this up. These heroes of the Union getting called in on rifles, unfortunately, probably would have been better off on rockets. But man, you can see how tanky they are. It's kind of crazy. Force field, depower, wearing off. Does retain that war factory. That is a big brain play over here. Meanwhile, this attack did get those power plants. Going to focus on that ref. Hod's going to try to save it, but I just don't think he has the time. Infantry a little bit too slow. Now he's a little bit vulnerable on this side. Here is a single test coil. There should be more than enough to deal with that. Now again, Hod just getting the back and forth. Sir's going to move up here. Hod moves back to the middle. Harvester going down. MC getting out of dodge. Looks like test coil is going to grab one more medium tank before it goes down. And now Sir is going to be able to push in here. Hospital probably finally going to go down. The Warthog Squadron is back up, and there is plenty of good infantry for it to bomb. God, that is so brutal every time. Looks like the Yak not having enough to kill those Warthogs, unfortunately. But I don't think it matters. Interceptor getting called in just as that Yak lands, but... Oh, they really tried, but the Yak gets out of there. Unfortunately, this airfield is going to go down once again for Hod. It's kind of like his last little lifeline here. There is a commando in here, so Hod, I think you saw it, and has to run away. Got to keep these Gatling BTRs in. Tries to dive on the commando, but it's just not enough. And there is the GG from Hod, so a well-played game there by Sir, making all the right decisions. Took a brutal loss of his war factories there, but I think he just did too much damage. Hod is going to go down. We will be back for the second game between these two in just a sec.
Battle control initialized.
Alright, back here for game 3 of the video. Game 2 for these two players. Looks like Sir has picked any and got UK. Hod has picked any Soviets and got Ukraine this time. We are on mounds by Pink Thought. Very contestable oil derricks here in the middle, and then one on the outside as well, with a single triplet of oil barrels, so you kind of have to kill them, otherwise risk losing your engineer. And that is something that also reveals that you are getting in that oil derrick as well. There's also a hospital for both sides in this little bit of town. Tib is very weird on this map. Your starting eco is pretty robust. You have three trees to your disposal, a huge, very wide, second double tree expansion, a smaller double tree expansion, and then a very sparsely populated single tree expansion in the middle. But a dog that I was too distracted to see got an engineer and got a rifle and is going to get out of there. That is a nice early victory for Hot. Another dog over here. Let's check and see if there's an engineer, but there is not. Now it is running through Sir's base. Did he see this dog? I'm not sure he actually has. He should have eyes on it. Maybe he's just focused elsewhere on there. But another engineer is going to come out. Oh, does Hot see this? Can he get there in time? I don't think he can. He's got better protection this time. It looks like that other dog did indeed go down, but still, Hot is going to retain that first oil derrick for free. Sir has to just pump out much more infantry and another engineer just to capture that one oil derrick. So what is going to be the follow-up for this? The Hot-up, as I wanted to say. Looks like Hot's just going double ref for now. Nothing too crazy. Sir also going double ref, kind of what you expect on this. He's also going to be a few seconds ahead of Hot, and now Hot is actually caught up and now is behind. It took him just a little bit to send in place that power plant. Ooh, I do not like the double power plant placed like this. Like, you can actually target fire with some units and get the splash on both, like Crazy Ivan's. I think their explosion radius can do that. Flamethrowers definitely can. Grenadiers also, too, if like they're hitting this section of it. Sir's just going to chill around his single oil derrick for now. He has this one well protected, but Hod is going to be able to wrestle that away from him eventually if he so chooses to. Now Sir's just checking to see if Hod did indeed go with this. Yes. So probably not going to be some super early rush right there. Soviet's not known for the rushes outside of Grenadiers. Maybe a flamethrower rush with like a drop could be a possibility. You just don't see that too often. I feel like in Combined Arms, much more of an RA tactic. Like that Hod once again has his line of early rifles out here. Like, they are important in the early game, less so once the scout vehicles start to come out. We're just seeing a harvester out for Sir, and we are going to see that BTR from Hod. Are we going to see some Grenadiers coming with it, or maybe some Crazy Ivans? And yes, we are. So you're going to see a little bit of a rush here, and it looks like Sir does. Okay, he has a camo pillbox down on one. Do not see anything currently on the backside, but I'm sure we will see it eventually. So he might be struggling for eco just a little bit here, having to put stuff on hold. So he's only on 2 harvesters. That 3rd harvester taking a little bit. Again, that extra engineer and building that camo pillbox probably doing it. 2 Crazy Ivans kind of come in. That's usually what you see with HUD, because I think that's all you need basically to properly burn down some buildings, power plants in particular. So you're gonna come up here. There is a single rifle scout in decent position from Sir. This rifle scout actually barely gonna miss this BTR as well. So Sir should be okay with this. He's got 2 pillbox here. This power plant is in a little bit of danger though, and this ref is a little bit of danger though. It's not necessarily needed. He's got a second one here, so he should be okay. But we'll have to see where exactly this wants to go. This rifle is definitely going to spot this. Have to see if Sir rotates everything back or not. He's got his own ranger out for scouting as well. Probably going to clean up a few of these rifle scouts. There we go. The BTR does shoot, which kind of helps cue you in that there is stuff right there. Looks like Sir might just be busy cleaning up some rifle scouts. Has not noticed this just yet. And now Hod is going to be able to deploy here. I think this ref is in a lot of trouble. I think it takes 6. Oh, the instant sell-off. Oh, and the camo pillbox. Nice. But I think he can just, yes, skip those in. And now there's 3 bombs on there. I think it takes 4. Oh, man, he's going to get this for sure. What a brutal catch right there. That is 2 refs down for the price of 2 Crazy Ivans. And he does see that there was a tier 2 transition coming. Yikes. Luckily, this ref will stand up, but Sir is in a precarious position right now. He has a lot of infantry, but so does Hot, and he has some tanks as well. So eco is going to flatline for Sir in just a minute here. He's gonna have to sit here, build another ref before he can move out, and Hot has already expanded on top of that. Tier 2 is out for both these players as well, so there's gonna be no tech advantage for Sir. Single rifle going down from Sir, and there is a little bit here. Not a whole lot of rockets for him. A lot more rockets for Sir. There is 2 heavy tanks, so not sure which one of these sides would win. It's about very similar, 57 versus 54. I think I would give it to Hod just because there is a lot less tanks. But again, depending on where these rockets are in the engagement, looks like Hod just wants to poke down this oil derrick. Sir's going to reposition. If Hod keeps pushing, that could be pretty bad for him. Oh, I think this engagement is going to happen whether or not these guys want it. I think Sir is in a little bit better position again, just shaving off as much as he can from those tanks is pretty good. Another medium tank is joining him as well, so Ooh, we have some thieves down here. Hod just playing a little bit cheeky this time. Sir has expanded after that ref. Probably needs to transfer a bunch of these harvesters right now and build another ref. But no, he's going straight to tier 3. What a bold choice. The thieves are going to steal a medium tank. Ah, they got what they did, basically. Another one. Going to go back into that BTR because why not? And Hod just going to sacrifice that tank because he can. But now he's going to push in. And I think Sir has a way better concave here. Can the medium tanks hold up to this small amount of rocket fire from Sir? I think they can. That is going to be a nice little sweep right there. It's going to swing the army values just a little bit. One thief in the back here. Probably going to try to get this harvester, but I don't think he can. There's just a camo pillbox. No, it does get the harvester. Oh, unlucky for him there. Sir is going to be down in eco even more with now that harvester gone. See some snipers coming out for him as well. I feel like they got buffed in a patch not too long ago. I'm not sure if they got nerfed afterwards. I think they did because they were just a little bit too powerful. But man, is Hod actually going to get away with this harvester? I think he is. Sir is struggling. Ooh, and we have a siege tank coming out too, so ooh. I don't know if Sir can actually hold on to this. If he can stabilize, he will be okay. He has tier 3. So I imagine we're going to see a quick Tanya coming out in 10 seconds now. Against another infantry doctrine from Hod as well, so Tanya will be good, and since he's there at minute 7:30, it's going to be a long time for Hod to have to deal with them. Tank flank on the back here as well, just further harassing the eco, but now Sir finally does have that ref here, so his econ should skyrocket. Some snipers also going to be pretty choice against an infantry heavy doctrine. Shockies are not the answer for here just yet. But the siege tank could be the answer if it gets a good shot, and it does. God, that is so much down. Probably not going to get another shot off, but it might have done everything it needs. One more shot, actually. Another huge volley, killing all the rockets there, which is pretty nice. Now Sir retreats just a little bit. Tanya's here, and she can definitely deal with that tank if she wants to. Maybe she's just rallied off of that infantry rally. Sir is moving out again, and he's moving out to the center. Interesting choice, not moving down here a little bit more. But I think he is now out expanding Hod. Hod also up to tier 3 as well. Yes, it looks like Tanya will be trying to deal with this tank, but she's on a move command. I think she needs to be on an attack command to actually place her C4, and there we go. But Hod is just going to run his tank away. He's actually faster with Tanya as long as she remains prone. Man, Tanya going down to a single heavy tank, you don't see that too often. I hear Tesla's going off somewhere. I'm not sure where it was. Oh, and a yak over here to deal with Tanya. What a fantastic play by Hod. I think he's probably going to get away with him too. She's just been completely wasted. GPS is going to go off. Oh, this yak actually might not get Tanya depending on the rockets, but it looks like she does get sniped, and the yak gets one more rocket before going down. Does see that there is some prism cannons coming out as well. Man, what a turn of events. I think GPS is up for Sir right now. Maybe it just now ended, or maybe that was just its count to be going up. I cannot quite remember anymore. How are we looking on army values here? A little bit ahead for Hod, not too shabby, about 3k difference. Economy, Hod is actually down in eco right now, just ever so slightly. Looks like he finally caught up expanding there again. Yeah, I feel like Hod's expansion was just a little bit more practical. Sir kind of establishing himself in the middle, which is not necessarily bad. But Hod has grabbed a lot more momentum, and he can easily come down here if he really needs to. Mammoth tanks on the field, and I do see there is a Tesla Trooper transition. There are Harriers out for Sir, and those are going to be really nice. Kill a ton of infantry, and just a quick amount of burst. No medics here for Hod just yet. Probably should consider about getting an engineer in there. This Harrier already up to veteran C1 because of that. Paradrop here on the back line. Pulling that harvester off. Ooh, and I hear that there is a Kirov coming out. Must be here in the top. No, there it is. That would be a nice little flank, or could be used part of your main army if you want to. Commissar out as well to boost these infantry. So why not? Harrier in the back dealing with those paradrops. Battle Lab, which is called Allied HQ in Command Arms, is out here. Tanya's in a great position though. Does go down to some zaps, which is great. But I think Hod still should consider backing off here. There is a lot of stuff here. The Crier rockets out here for Sir as well. And somehow after that early game, I feel like Sir has completely stabilized and is now in some ways in better shape than Hod. Hod's trying to retreat here, but I think he needs to stand and fight, just deal with what he can. He's got a bunch more armies somewhere, but I just don't know where. I guess it's just all right here in the back. Man, that Hind killing all of the rockets and gonna get the Prism tank. Yes, no. Hung on by the skin of its teeth. And there is that Kirov. I knew it was gonna go on a flank. The Harriers are gonna try to deal with it, but not before that ref goes down. I think this power plant also gonna go down. I think there's no more ammo for these Harriers. Just hanging on there. One rocket finally going down. Another worthy ref takedown from Hod. He has Iron Curtain up here in this top corner. Yeah, Sir is not in a terrible position, but he is under a lot of pressure from Hod. This one Prism tank still hanging on was pretty big. Oh, and the fog of war, what's it called again? Nope. Veil of War getting blown down. Actually, not sure what that was really trying to obscure. The medics were there. Hod pushing down here again. Looks like this is going to get pushed off. Ooh, we do have atomic reactors. Research, so these tanks are going to be good. And oh, Boris is down here. That's what it was. But unfortunately, he goes down. Heavy tanks getting pushed back. There's so much going on right here, and I feel like I'm kind of struggling to keep up. Sniper here, up to vet 2. Interesting, this tank getting down before it gets that kill on the medium tank. Nothing but a bunch of rifles over here. Atomic going to get down. Is that a second MCV, or did he lose his MCV? It looks like he lost his MCV to Boris, and I completely missed it. That is unfortunate. This Hind up to Veteran 2, almost. Probably going to get this tank. These 3 rifles just being very annoying. Man, it looks like we had a hard reset. Hod killing that MCV was probably a big deal, but now Sir is going to get some fresh eco down here in the bottom. That could be pretty nice. These medium tanks are in this Harvester line. They're not in great shape. They're still hanging around somehow. This Harvester probably under a little bit of threat. There is a atomic mammoth tank though. I don't think these medium tanks can deal with this. That one tank instantly going down. Oh, actually they deal with that quite well. This tank probably needs to run away. These tanks will definitely finish it off. Hod setting up for a nice little attack here. I don't think... Well, there is 4 Harriers, and there is nothing but infantry over there. 5 Harriers now. You're pretty good. This Hind needs to back away. It looks like it's just being a scout. Hod's going to push in right now. Have to see if the Harrier use is good enough. I mean, goodbye your rifles. Goodbye your rockets. But there's still a lot of Tesla troopers there. Now the Harriers are going to have to rearm. Looks like a few of them still got ammo. He could definitely push them again. Not sure he realizes that. Harvester and a tank just getting zapped there instantly. Allied HQ is under a little bit of trouble. Oh, the Hind finding an angle right there. Gets a Harrier. Why not? But I think this attack is going to get pushed up. Tesla trooper going down right there. Man, what a scrappy game right now. Army value is very similar. Econ a little bit better for Hod. Sir's econ definitely in the gutter right there, 5k over 11k, but with this establishment right here, it should be a lot better. Hod is just kind of deathballing for the second right here. So is Sir. It's also pretty low power at 560 over 40. Just building that power plant, then going into ref. I'm sure Crazy Ivan's coming back out. We're probably going to see another drop somewhere soon. Probably going to be a Halo drop if I know Hod. Looks like we did see Sequoia transition as well. MCV getting a little bit bold here, trying to move out. That tier 4 cloning out coming out, but man, this MCV got caught. Oh, Iron Curtain on it. Bold choice there. And I guess he probably didn't have a better option. His army is going to be able to come in and save this. But you know what? I feel like these Harriers could deal with this as soon as this Iron Curtain goes away. Sir just needs to run away for now. Bombing run getting called down. Not getting too much stuff. Oh, man. Harriers coming in. Iron Curtain wears off. Is he going to try to snipe it now? I think he can do it. Maybe he's waiting for it to deploy. Nope. Oh, he needs one more, and I think they have it. Crazy Ivan's up here on the flank. But I really want this Harrier to kill it. No, he's focusing on the Crazy Ivans. This MC is going to get away, isn't it? No, never mind. Sir decides to come back and finish it off, and I see nothing. Technician's getting crazy Ivan'd. I just don't think Sir has what he needs to hold on to this. This attack is a lot of value. His single helipad going down as well. And now there's an atomic mammoth tank in your backline. The Harriers had enough ammo to deal with that. I don't know if Sir can deal with it. He's got rocket troopers. He should be able to deal with it. Man, he's going to hang on by the skin of his teeth again. But I don't know if this might be the killing blow right here as soon as that one lands. Paradrops in the backline as well to a very exposed tier 3. Mammoth tank still pushing in right here. Probably going to be able to kill that war factory before Sir could respawn. Oh, the Harriers somehow have a little bit of ammo left. I'm not sure where. But they do kill everything but the single Grenadier, so he's probably going to lose that ref as well. And I think it was just too much for Sir to handle, so well played by Hod. That was a really intense game, and unfortunately I feel like I missed a lot of key moments, but hey, sometimes that's just how it is. But that is going to be it for this week. I think we have one more series of Sir. Unfortunately, his Red Alert arc has concluded. We'll be back to our originally scheduled programming on that side. So that is going to be it, and I will see you all next time.
Battle control terminated.